walk in a season of surplus and never be in a season of lack. Now, if you don't believe, watch my words. Last week when we had conversation, everything was about David. Y'all remember that? Everything was about David, and you saw what David went through at his father at Jesse's house. You saw he was out in the field, and Samuel, the man of God, the priest, had come to Jesse's house because God sent him there. That's why he was there at Jesse's house. God sent him there to anoint the next king. And as all of David's 7 brothers are paraded in the front of the man of God is there looking, and he says, I've come here to anoint a king, but I don't see him. And after 7 passes, now Samuel asks Jesse, is there another one? And he says, yes, this boy they call David. And listen, he was hard on the eyes. I'm not gonna get back into that description I gave last week, but y'all know that David was not a Josh. Let's just put it like that. See, I got to bring this thing home to y'all. Y'all want me to deal with some demons out there somewhere, but I'm gonna deal with what we got right here. David was not a Josh, okay? And so now David comes and he becomes king. He is anointed king, and still got some haters, you know. And Saul, who is the king, happens to be one of his haters. See, y'all got haters in low places, but here David has a hater who is king, and now he has been anointed to take his job. See, and then you thought that when you got promoted, that all these folk that you were running with were still gonna be your friends. Let's get back in the book now. And so now David, in the midst of all of this, he keeps it all in perspective. And the Bible emphatically declares that just a few days later, they were constantly in these battles with the Philistines. All right. And Saul having been that first king, if you will, elder. And so now as they have this Philistine champion. And so you don't become a champion until you beat down a few folks. you don't become a heavyweight until you've been in the weatherweight. And so this champion challenges David, and David slews this champion with a stone. They tried to give him armor and equipment and swords and things, and none of that stuff will work for him. But the anointing the anointing that he had received was working for him. And so now he slews Goliath and cuts his head off and brings it back and puts it on display. And it causes Jonathan to see him in a different light. You know, Jonathan is the son of Saul. And so Jonathan gives David his robe. He says, you got to have a better robe. You really are already king, but folk don't know it. So I'm going to give you my robe, my sword, and my tunic. And so he does so. And so after receiving that, David is still not on the throne. He is still, as Elder said, he's still working with it.